from the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is Wish TV's Behind the Eight.
What's on the program for this fine day?
McKinzie Roth takes you behind the scenes at News 8.
Sounds like a great program.
It is amazing.
Now, here's Wish TV's entertainment insider, McKinzie Roth.
We meet once again. What's going on? Welcome to Behind the Eight. I'm McKinzie Roth, entertainment insider here at Wish TV. This is our second round of Behind the Eight, part deux, if you will. This is looking a lot different than my first podcast. Our initial, we were in the pristine All Indiana Podcast Network studio, chilling. And today I'm chilling in my closet with you. This is very intimate. So a large portion of our staff working from home. I am one of them. And I thought this would be just fun to kick the podcast from here. We're going to check in just a few minutes with Brooke Martin. She is 9 months pregnant. Killing it. She's working from home. She is just doing an awesome job. She's still anchoring the 5, the 6, the 10, and the 11. And we're going to see how it's going in her household. So we'll check in with Brooke in just a few minutes. But as far as entertainment news goes for you, coming up next week, I'm really excited to have a Zoom interview with Lucy Hale. You might know her from Pretty Little Liars. She's on CW's Katie Keene. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's been interesting. You know, I just started Wish TV here in early March. So I initially was obviously planning on hopping on planes to LA and to New York. And that's been changed. And now I'm doing these Zoom interviews. But I feel like they're super intimate. I love them because I do them from my home when I interview artists or celebrities. I get to kind of see a look into their home, if they have kiddos running around or their pets or what's going on. So it's been really cool and a really different experience, but I'm enjoying it. Of course, I can't wait to take you to Hollywood, behind the scenes on sets and all of those things and on red carpets. I'm looking forward to August here in Indianapolis. We are going to be just going insane on the carpets and taking you behind the scenes of all of your favorite parties and events. But, you know, that's going to come around the corner. For now, this is working out well. So I took a few questions. I went on social media and said, hey, what do you want to know before we kick it over to Brooke? And I got some fun questions. So I'm just going to get to these. All right, here we go. McKinzie, this is a DM that popped into my, one day we should do, we'll do a look into my DMs on Instagram. I don't know. I don't know if you're ready for that. But this one said, this is a nice question. It said, what do you love most about working from home? Well, I love the flexibility. And let me just say, the management at Wish TV has been incredible. I feel so fortunate and so blessed that I get to do all of my things from home. I cut my radio spots, I do my TV hits, and it has been such a blessing. Obviously, I love wearing yoga pants pretty much every single day. I don't have to worry about even wearing shoes. So that's cool. The flexibility is nice. The only challenge for me is that I'm not a very technical person. So when something won't upload or lighting's weird or the audio is glitching, I get a little anxiety and I'm like, oh, how do I make this work? But you know, it's been an awesome lesson for me because I'm usually just focusing on my content, my delivery, and now I focus on all of those other things and I'm learning a lot. But hey, we're all going to be back in action very, very soon in the newsroom. So I'm just kind of taking advantage of this time. And, you know, I'm a working single mom. So I just cherish the moments that, you know, with my daughter. Her name is Lucy and she's home with me and it's really cool. She gets, I mean, she's like Zooming with all of her friends and they're like, Mom, keep it down. When I'm like trying to deliver my entertainment reports. So that's really funny. But it's just a cool, different time. So I'm just cherishing the time that I have. And hopefully, if you're doing the same thing, you are as well. Okay, here's a question. This was on Facebook. What's the most awkward celebrity encounter you've ever had? I would say, and this was a huge learning lesson for me. So I interviewed Selena Gomez and we are at the American Music Awards. She just put out some new music and she had a bad breakup with Justin Bieber. So of course I asked about the music, her inspiration behind the music. And, you know, she was so graceful and she was like, oh, thank you for putting it that way. And we had a great interview. But then her fans, I did not know that artists like Demi Lovato, she has the Lovatics, and Taylor Swift, she has the Swifties, and everyone like Beyonce, they all have their swarms of fans, which is great. However, some of these fans are die-hard fans, and some of them were upset at me for asking her about her ex. Now, as a journalist, that's my job. So I was like, hey, that's my job to ask about what was your inspiration for this music? Tell me what's happening with you at the moment. But they were like, how could you? And some of the these were comments on my social media like, how could you ask Selena about Justin? I'm going to burn your house down. It was intense. And then the craziest thing for me is that these were coming from like 13-year-olds. Like these were like mainly 12, 13, 14-year-olds. And then it wasn't just toward me, it was towards each other. And then like the Beliebers were battling Selena Gomez, her fans. And it was just the bullying and the harshness. It scared me as a mom because I thought my daughter is going to be entering into this realm and these terrible things that these teenagers and preteens are saying to each other. It was alarming. So that was like a big wake-up call for me, just that happens. And then it's just all in how you obviously ask a question, and I'm always super respectful, but that was like a huge wake-up call. So that was interesting. Like I've never had to block 11, 12-year-olds from my social media before. So that was probably the most awkward experience, but hey, I learned a lot. Another awkward experience. It wasn't really awkward, but I don't know if you, George Foreman. I mean, he is like a heavyweight champion, Olympian, and I'm interviewing him, and it was so funny. I had just got, like, back in the day, his grill was just like the hotness, and I was like, my first question I led with was like, dude, you nailed it. I love your grill. And he got a chuckle because everyone else, of course, is asking him about his career as an athlete, and but I think for me, I just love to connect with people. I mean, famous people are just people. They are just human beings. So I think it's really cool. I like to ask the questions that other people aren't asking and really get personal with them. I prepare for interviews differently than a lot of people do, just because I like to see their more personal side. And it's rare that I really get starstruck. There's only been a few times. I think like Justin Timberlake made me starstruck because I just grew up with him. But other than that, I'm pretty cool. I just love to get to know people, and I love doing interviews. So that's what I'm bringing you behind the 8. Okay, let's do one more question. Life advice. Oh my gosh. What life advice do you have, McKinzie? Okay, well, my life advice at the moment, and this is what we're all experiencing, my life advice, as we know now, life is just not linear, and it's just to ride the wave. You never know, like expect the unexpected. And obviously these times go to show that you can plan your life out, but you really don't know where it's going to take you. So I've really learned to just kind of let go and to really be present and just ride it, enjoy it. You don't know what's behind the corner, and you don't have to, and that's okay. So just take it day by day and really just enjoy your connections with other people. And, we found different ways to connect with other people during these times, and I think it's really cool.
What can 160 years of experience teach you about the future? A lot, especially when it comes to protecting what matters. At Pacific Life, we've helped people and businesses confidently embrace the future with life insurance, retirement income, and employee benefits. With strategies built on strength and trust, and a promise to be here for you today and tomorrow. Ask a financial professional how Pacific Life can help you today. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York. Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
We are going to connect now with Brooke Martin. She is working from home. We're going to check in with her now. Hey, Brooke.
Hi, McKinzie. So good to be on with you today. The only thing I wish was different was that we were in person and we could chat together. Oh, but no, it's okay. Working from home, you know the drill. And I've been doing it for about a month now. It feels like the new normal for sure. Originally, we made the decision because I'm obviously pregnant. My husband is a type 1 diabetic, so that puts us both into that high risk category. And so we made a decision to kind of quarantine our little family, and we're thankful that we did. And the station was so gracious and hooking me up with this, I call it the Brooke's Basement Broadcasting Bureau. It's literally our guest room in our basement. We moved the mattress out and stuffed in a tripod and camera and monitor and lights, and I'm doing it from home. So it's been going pretty well. It's nice because my husband has the kind of more standard schedule. And I have the evening shift, as you know. I anchor the 5, 6, 10, and 11. So my day starts a little later, like around 1:30 or 2. And so I have our 3-year-old all through the morning so that he can get work done. And then we kind of switch off and swap off in the afternoon. And then I start my work day. So all things considered, I think we have a good thing going. Any working parent knows that it is tough to juggle everything. And for today, for example, I'm listening to the governor's press conference, his daily briefing, and I have to record afterwards a radio hit for our radio partner. And I'm in the middle of recording it, and I just hear Spider-Man, Spider-Man, like the whole, and I had to press stop and say, honey, you got Max? Yeah, sorry. So try again. I think I got it after the 3rd time today, but it's just life now. It's the new normal. And there are moments like that. And there are also really amazing days where you just kind of have those extra minutes that you just wouldn't have if you were driving into the station every day. And I try and soak those in. I really do. I try to be present and understand. Never in my life as a working mom have I had this, or will I have it again, most likely. And so, it's just trying to appreciate that extra time and those extra moments. And so all things said, I'm just so grateful for how I've been able to continue working amid this pandemic, because I know a lot of people haven't been able to. And so I get the blessing that this is. And so it's good. It's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there's days where my husband and I look at each other like, are you getting him? Is it your turn? It can get stressful. Can I also tell you one of the biggest perks for a 9-month pregnant woman working from home? I hadn't even considered this, but because I'm working from home and it's just one camera shot, I only have to dress from the waist up. Do you know what this means? No Spanx. No Spanx, no dresses, nothing restrictive. It is literally a dream. And I always remember, so this is my 3rd pregnancy, and I always remember this last month being so annoying because you don't fit into barely anything. You're constantly, every day trying to come up with something new to wear that's uncomfortable. And so I'm sitting here from home wearing, loose pants on the bottom and then whatever I want everyone to see on the top. And it's been, oh my goodness, the biggest gift. So that's honestly, I tell my friends, I'm like, that is like amazing for a pregnant woman at my stage. It really is. So I think the moms out there can appreciate that. But so anyway, we're doing well. We are now less than 3 weeks away from delivery. So for our little girl, so we are getting excited. And as soon as my last day on air, which will be Thursday, the 21st, May 21st, all the guys are going to come over and rip this little studio out, and we're going to put the bed back in so that my mom can come and help us out with the baby. So, yeah. And then, and then we'll see. I'm taking 3 months off for maternity leave. So that puts me back sometime in August, and who knows what it's going to be like then. I hope we're back to normal. I hope that, or at least, semi-normal. But, nobody knows. And that's what's really interesting. But I'll definitely be obviously following along and missing you all. But we will see you, I think, in person in August.
Thanks so much, Brooke. Oh man, it was so great to hear from you. We miss our girl Brooke, but of course we get to watch her every night on Wish TV. And that's what Behind the 8 is. It's just really the personal side, behind the stories, behind the scenes. We're checking in with your favorite personalities. I can't wait to bring you this every single week. Who knows where we'll be for episode 3? I mean, we were in the podcast studio. Now we're straight in my home, in my closet. Who knows where we'll be next week? So that's why you got to tune in and find out. Big shout out. Thanks to the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is McKinzie Roth, your entertainment insider here at Wish TV. I will catch you next week. Of course, you can always get more at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com. allindianapodcastnetwork.com.